Ian, you didn't even introduce yourself. All right. Ian. President of Hudson High School Gay Straight Alliance. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Rising activist, working for change in school safety and gun legislation, as well as registering the tsunami of new voters that are coming our way. Senior in high school who worries if he'll be able to go home to his parents at the end of each school day. So between these young people and the Puerto Ricans, we got this, man. We got this. Voter reg. Vote, vote, vote. Register, vote, 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 vote. Ian.
Hello. I'd like to begin by thanking Johnny Ortiz for formally inviting me to tonight's event. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Ian Vidalero and I'm a senior at Hudson High School. My message here tonight is to emphasize the importance of action and promote the precautions that communities all around us need to take. We've heard a number of arguments both for and against gun control, and regardless of what side of the issue may be on, the arguing hasn't produced any results. I can't help but wonder why banks, sports stadiums, and government buildings are better protected than our schools. While every school is different and every school security plan varies, relying on a sticker in a window that says no guns allowed isn't making anybody safer, it's an invitation to death. Nearly everybody sitting here tonight had the privilege of going to a school and not fearing for their lives, wondering if today would be the last day you have the opportunity to tell your parents you love them. We want and expect the same thing. Just last week, during Hudson High School's student-led walkout, my own best friend sat alone in the back of the auditorium, near the closest exit due to her fearing for her life. Every day, she now focuses on her safety rather than her education. Words do not describe how much saying this breaks my heart. We need to work together to secure our schools and stop school violence. Things must change, and my fellow classmates and I are now realizing that we play a role in this as well. We are no longer sitting idly by, allowing the adults to make decisions for us. Soon enough, we'll be helping to shape the policy as we become old enough to vote. But we're not going to wait that long. We can't wait that long. Our voices need to be heard now, and our voices are starting to question whose interests our elected leaders are representing. According to OpenSecrets.org, the Center for Responsive Politics, a nonprofit, nonpartisan research group based in Washington, D.C., so far, in 2018, Representative John Fassler is receiving the 8th largest amount of contributions from the NRA out of all 535 members of Congress. Aren't you worried that our representative might be putting the interests of the NRA ahead of his constituents?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
Yes.
It should not be easier for someone to get a hold of a gun rather than receive mental health services and care in our country. I, along with many of us here, call for a shift in our local and national communities from these unproductive arguments to productive compromises. On the local level, we need to focus on an overall improvement of our security protocols in our school system. Let's make sure we know who's entering and exiting the building at all times. On the national level, let's start taking a proactive role rather than a reactive one. What can we do to prevent these tragedies in the future? Our schools clearly aren't safe, and we clearly aren't doing enough to make them safe. Sadly, I felt the need to wait until last minute to fill in my statistics because it seems every day brings news of more threats and another school shooting. The Washington Post found an average of 10 school shootings per year since Columbine, with a low 5 in 2002 and a high of 15 in 2014. Less than 3 months into 2018, there have been 17 shootings already, making this year among the worst on record. That averages out to almost 2 shootings a week. We demand change.
Yeah.
As of today, there are more than 70 gun-related threats daily and 96 lives taken every single day due to gun violence. We demand change. To the 17 lives lost in Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, we will do what it takes to make sure no lives are ever taken away again. My purpose here tonight is to offer a student's perspective and give you a glimpse into how we feel, what we value, and why it's important. While some may joke that my generation is the me generation, or that we're all living life with our heads buried in our cell phones, I can assure you that is not the case and that we should be taken seriously. To the youth of today, register to vote, educate each other, and vote our lawmakers out of office. We are the change. Thank you for your time and for allowing me to speak on behalf of the youth in our community. If you want to see change, be the change.